Hey, what's up everybody? It's Reese here and I'm back with Ridswin for another 1000 block Nomad challenge. This is part 1 because as you can imagine travelling that far is a lot of content to edit. So as is tradition, we've just got our start box. Now we're going to start collecting some wood as quickly as possible. We'll eventually see Ridswin around somewhere, and as you can see we've started on the -3 axis. I'm going to keep on making that first position move up, and hopefully we will get to where we want to be. The goal in this video will be the first 50,000 blocks of the 100,000 that we need to do. We're going to try and get it done as quickly as possible. We're not too much in a rush right now, as you can pretty much gather, because we are just collecting basic resources as quickly as possible. Food's always going to be an issue for us, so the more time we spend looking for these vital resources, especially this coal that I'm finding right now, the better. We're going to need it. The fact that we can't dig underground in the Nomad challenge, we'll go too deep in caves, we can't make our own tunnels, so we can't just dig down to diamond level and go looking for it. So we're going to continue on from that. We're going to cook up some stuff before we go. I think we found some iron in the little cave behind us. We'll cook that up for a tiny bit of armor, which is going to help in the long run. Again, with us not being able to gather much, we're going to struggle heavily for even the most basic resources as we go, unless we want to waste time just sitting around collecting them, which is not what we want to be doing. So we can continue on, follow Ridswin, we'll start to make our way. Still only day 1 from now, but we're about to join into night 1. And we're just still roaming, we're only about 300 blocks, travelling on foot is extremely slow. So slow, it's unbearable. We're just going to continue on. Managed to find some watermelon, quite nice. That's somehow ideal food to be finding, especially when we've got mobs coming at us left, right and centre, like that zombie just there. And there's some more of his friends coming at us. Again, we've just managed to find some coal in the wall, so after dispatching the local riffraff, we managed to get that out. And we had to go boating. Time for us to jump on a boat. We ended up sailing for a little while until we let to our next landmass, I should say. And again, we've just hit a landmass and we're at the 1000 block marker, and it's still night 1. We've got mobs everywhere trying to murder us right now, which is never fun. As is tradition with night time, we find a giant ravine. It looks pretty, but it also looks like a pain in the arse to get in and out of, and it's just not worth the time going to look. We're breaking into our 2nd day and we're still alive, barely. We've eaten quite a lot of food though. As I say, travelling on foot, it's not only slow, it just drains so much food. So we went on a boat to get around a bit further, and as we went we managed to find a shipwreck, but not an underwater shipwreck. This one was above the water, so we luckily we managed to get in here, but there wasn't anything too interesting. I believe I did find a treasure map though. Other than that, literally rubbish, nothing remotely helpful. Managed to find a trader in the sea randomly. He's invisible for some reason. We decided to kill the llamas because leads. If we can use these leads for horses, when we get horses, then we're travelling way quicker. And at our 2000 block marker, we are still sailing. I believe actually we're diverting right now, and we might actually be looking for the treasure. If we are, the treasure box. No, we're just finding more watermelons apparently. Pretty sure we do go looking for the treasure at some point, or maybe we've already found it by this point. It makes sense. We'll continue now on foot. We're almost at our 3000 block marker. So again, it's night time for the 2nd time now, and there are mobs everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I didn't already mention we're playing this on hard, so not dying is a lot harder than it would be on other difficulties. That's the best I've got here. But yeah, mobs for days, absolutely everywhere. Skeletons, you name it, zombies. A couple of creepers tried to get me here and there. Just dodge them like an agile ninja cat. And on our 3300 block marker, we came across a village, which was really useful because, as you might know, with villagers, they have farms, and farms have food. And food is good. Food is very good. We'll make our way down a waterfall that needs to be made. And while we're in the town and looting whatever we can fine. We thought we'd clear out a couple of the mobs. Now we've hit into a rainy day 3, and we continued travelling after getting as much food as we could from the village. I've got a little bit more than I did before. And as we were travelling, we managed to find this lovely cave. So we thought we'd have a quick look around in here for any base resources, but sadly there was like nothing exposed. And by this point we travelled quite far. And now we found another village. What did we say about the first village? Which is the food. But it is night time, so there will be mobs around. I'll collect up all this potatoes and wheat and whatever else I can get my hands on. Make some bread. Yum yum. Very nice for us. More mobs in the village. So I thought I'd dispatch them with my sword. And also kill all the livestock, because we need more than just basic crops. Although crops are good, meat's also good. So the more animals, I kill a lot of animals on this journey. I just don't show you guys. So I kill so many. Little creeper over here. I'll play with the creeper for a bit. See how that goes. Luckily I'm pretty good with killing creepers. It's just down to keeping out of the way. Nice little run and die for you guys. They say we're doing a 1 life, no death challenge. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm definitely taking a lot of risks when it comes to getting down. Richmond decided to use the waterfall technique instead, so that he could get down safely. We managed to put some leather armour together, and we also found this bad boy. Nice little pillager tower, which I believe we decided to avoid at this time, because looking at my armour I've got nothing really, and Rinswind's in full leather, so we didn't really fancy dying. So we basically kited around these guys, didn't get involved. There's also a witch there. Hello. We avoided pretty much all of it as best as we could. We found this lush little cave area, and I'm pretty sure I spot some iron up in that hill, and I end up going to fetch it. So that's a bit more armour for me as we go, and we've decided to actually stop in the cliff face of this, cook up some of the food that we've been collecting as we go. So that we can stay alive a bit easier. As you can see from my inventory, we're not very rich. Cook up some food. I tried to do a bit of fishing in here, but it didn't work. Pretty bad idea. Again, we're at night 4 now, and we found a village at pretty much our 5,000 marker, which is pretty cute. You use this, slaughter all the animals, take all their food, and pretty much leave them to it, as far as I remember. Yep, just clearing out zombies, clearing out animals. Oh, this cow. Bye! One more time. Not the cow into the sea. Not the sea. Down to the fever. As we continue on our adventure, we find yet another village. I believe this is like the 3rd one we found now, which is pretty awesome. We're not lacking for food. See, I've got some bread. Munch on the bread. Keeps me alive for now. So we raided that village. I decided to go jigging, and then I need to be jigging. Carried on. We're at like 5,000 odd blocks now, almost on our 6,000 block, and we're sailing across a very rainy ocean. As you can see, I've got a bit more armour on me, and Rinsman's not got much on him. We definitely need to redistribute the armour a little bit better on this one. We're now going to have to make our way through a massive forest with a lot of giant drops, and we're coming into a snowy biome. And I hate snowy biomes. I've died too many times on these runs to these things. They do my head in. I'm going to just go through this nice spiky ice biome, but luckily we can jump, run across the ice. It takes a lot more of our food up, that's on the downside. And we're going to continue across this snowy desert biome, weirdly enough. It looks like that's sand, which was quite uncanny, but as we are trying to continue to make our way, as you can see, Rinsman decided to have a big brain idea and get his boat out, and although it's a good idea, it's really hard to control on the ice. So we were more like a ping pong ball bouncing off of the sides. You can see it's really like jerky, super hard to control. There's mobs everywhere. Any minute we could crash right through a creeper, which was the biggest concern. I believe we almost do. We get cornered at one point by the mobs, and we're like trying to get around. It's like really hard to control. Rinsman was definitely struggling, but good on him. Ended up having to deal with the mobs around us though. so we couldn't get out of the corner. And as we got into our 9,000 block distance from where we had originally started, we managed to find yet another village full of mobs. So we dealt with that and did a bit of fishing for the night. Actually, while it was raining, best chance to find some stuff. So I just sat here for a little while, chilling. We were reminiscing of the fact that we've travelled so far, and this is now the furthest we've actually travelled in the game so far in terms of trying to do this Nomad challenge. We're not allowed to sleep, obviously, so there might be a few problems later down the line, which there definitely is a few problems later down the line with the flying monsters that come out because of your lack of sleep. And I believe they get us groups of us five mobs in the sky, and they just keep dive bombing you all night. With us obviously having to travel most of the time, not allowed to build houses or any sort of protection to hide in or dig down in any way. We have to pretty much just tank it. I managed to find some bookshelves in the village there, which is quite cool. That'll help us do some enchantments later on, try and stack some levels. We've been collecting books up from the traders as we go. And again, we're just going to chill out as the day now sets. Pretty much just spent the night here fishing. There's a giant crater there, I don't know if you saw that, but basically a creeper snuck up on me and almost murdered me. So literally it's now full on daytime. We actually no, this is a completely different village. I believe this is a different village and it's under siege. It's under siege by pillagers. So we're going to try and help these pillagers out, and there's a giant tower just over yonder from it, which is pretty cool. So we know we're going to be fighting a few raids here, and this is just full on battle from here on out of just me and Rincewind mowing our way through these pillagers and then proceeding to take their tower off of them. So as we charge up the tower, we brought a golem with us. We managed to free a golem from a cage. Actually, this is the one from the village. We managed to rescue him, put him on a lead, brought him up here, murdered our way through all these pillager mobs. Rincewind's going to deal with that guy while I go deal with this guy. Chop him down with the sword. And raid their what they have, which wasn't really a lot of arrows and a crossbow. But I like crossbows. Really good stuff. I like it. So I'm going to take all those arrows, get that crossbow, continue to find my way back downstairs, see what we can. And then, as you can see, the raid has begun. And now we have to fight even more mobs. So here we go. Enjoy. We're gonna literally mow our way through everything we find. This guy here, gonna take a swim, get out of my pond. We're dealing with this, bit of that, chopping this guy down. Just murder our way through. We've still got the golem with us. We're using the golem as a way of dealing with it. You can see there's a man with an axe. I can never remember their names, but they hit like a truck. Especially on this hard difficulty, they hurt. There's like 4 hearts when they hit us in full iron, as we'll probably see a bit later on, because I do take a few licks from those kind of guys. We see plenty of them on our journey. We're not even 10,000 blocks in yet and we're already doing raids. Continue to slaughter best that is the defense of the village. As the brave warriors we are. We haven't even robbed this village yet, we've only just arrived. And again, we defeated one wave, but now there's more. There's always more. There's so many, and now they're bringing in the big guns. It's got very intense very quickly when we were trying to fight our way through all this. You can see some of the chanted stuff. We just watched the Golem do epic battle right there with the I don't even know what they're called, giant bull monster, let's call it that. Giant bull monster, Ravager, that's the one, I remember now. Only because I was thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy that it sprung to my mind. I'm just going to kite this bad boy until he dies. I'm going to continue to smash our way through everything and anything in this village that's trying to slaughter these poor people. Managed to find an enchanted sword, I believe, but now we're getting dive bombed as well by the night terrors. So I'm going to proceed to just keep on holding the line. Rincewind also running down and doing a lot of the good work. He's running around the other side of the city or the village trying to find the mobs. Everyone's trying to get in involved. You've seen spiders, you've seen zombies, zombie villagers now. Fortunately, we've got a bit of an infestation going on at this point due to the lack of defences. With the golem dying, we have one less person to help defend the villagers. As you can see, there's a whole army of them over there on their way again. This is yet another wave. We're just going to keep on having to fight these guys off and push them back as best as we can. It's just a bloodbath right now. We're hoping to find a totem eventually. This is why we decided to stick around. Totem of undying would pretty much secure our whole position within this not dying scenario. I'm going to keep slaughtering my way through these guys. Taking some serious hits now though. There's so many of them. I'm going to kite them around this building. Keep looping them around, shooting them with my crossbow. And if they get too close, murdering them with my sword. As you can see, this is pretty much proofs in the pudding, but so is my health. My health is slowly getting depleted, so I'm having to avoid their damage while I'm slowly sneaking around and doing my own. Downside about the crossbow is reloading all the time. Very annoying, but the sword crossbow combo seems to be working quite nicely. Which is why I like to carry the two sword combo, so I can just switch between them, or if one breaks mid combat, I'm not completely weaponless. I'm going to keep slaughtering our way through these dudes. So many mobs. I don't even want to count how many things I've had to kill during this run already, and it's only 10,000 blocks in. You know what I mean? This is a lot of work. This was, I believe, like 16 hours worth of video to get this video together. It only got me less than an hour. But seriously, we played this for like 16 hours to get where we were going. And luckily, Rincewind found a totem of undying. So I told Rincewind to keep hold of that one, and hopefully we'd find more. The raid's complete. We've managed to defeat the mobs here. So I believe we start taming horses, yes. Because we killed the Ravagers, we got saddles. So now we've got the leads, we've got the saddles. Now we just need to get the horses, so I'm going to break myself in the first horse. We only found the one. And since Rincewind kept the totem of undying, I decided I'd get the horse, or we decided to get the horse. It's like, and again, there we go, I've got myself my little pony now. I hope we get Rincewind one, but this really increases our ability to travel once Rincewind has his own horse. When it comes to land travel, apart from big forests, which are very annoying, we won't really have many problems with the travelling. Our speed is just ridiculous. It's not going to take food to travel. Rincewind's just quickly looking to see what he can see on this pillar area. There's a little watchtower scout post. Actually, no, he's building the monument. My mistake, he's building the monument. Completely forgot that we were building monuments as we were travelled. It's been a few days since I actually recorded this, and it's been a day or two since I actually finished editing all the jump cuts in. And I like to do this live, so I've got no script. Telling you guys what we did. I'm trying to give you some general context to the situation. So a bit of horse combat for you here. I thought it'd be fun to watch while I use my mighty steed, but I'm getting dive bombed. As you can see, I'm just getting absolutely slapped by those things, and Richard killed the horse accidentally. We didn't realise. So first horse is now dead. I've lost my horse, which is quite unfortunate. But we did find another village, a bit over 10,000 blocks, and we forgot that we were cursed. So we just started another raid, which is yay. So again, in a minute, you're just going to see total war going down. Me and Rincewind are slaughtering our way through these guys. We're just going to butcher them. Some enchanted crossbows, but they're not very durable, so we're going to probably try and use them to enchant other items. So we're getting some decent enchanted stuff, a few enchanted books here and there, which we do plan to use as soon as possible, but obviously all we've got really is iron. This guy hits like a truck. You can see this, I'm so close to dying. Even in iron armor, this guy is devastating. Just slowly having to retreat into a house to heal up as the mobs are all descending around the house and trying to push in to kill me. Found some more books while I was defending the village, so I quickly grabbed them while we're there. Not sure why that was worth putting in the middle of combat, but hey, it's great now. So day is slowly breaking. Oh yeah, I almost died. Look at that. I died falling down a hole. So we are still defending. The day has changed. We're now on day 8. I did put it in the corner to make it easier for everybody, so I know roughly where we were at in terms of the days. Managed to pretty much smash that first round, and we're still fighting our way for the second round. Now witches being thrown into the mix, which makes things a lot more difficult. Keep on blasting me with the crossbow like I'm a witch on top of Charles. She did get a hit again though with that potion. Dive down into melee, finish that battle off. The raid continues. As you can see, we are still battling mob after mob. I haven't even had time to slaughter the animals yet. We'll be surrounded in this house at the minute. Managed to get some nice crack shots off here with a crossbow here and there. Pretty neat. As you can see, I've been popping things in the face. I've just managed to put my enchanted books away in the chest in that house that I just came out of, luckily. My armour is not doing very well, but don't worry, we'll fix that. We'll be able to repair our stuff up after this battle. So I've got another Ravager to deal with. I believe it's the last mob of this little area. Wipe this one out. The Ravager goes down to the might of my sword. Fortunately, there is another wave. When is there not another wave? As you can see there, all the way over there. Get some sniper shots off while Rincewind closes some distance. And there is a lot of those guys over there, so you should really be careful. I'm just a sniper up in the watchtower right now, shooting things in the face, getting some awesome hits, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. We're still fighting our way. The downside about the villagers is sometimes we get stuck like this guy, and we have to spend like a good 20 minutes running around. So it's night time, so the rest of the mobs are naturally spawning now. So not only are we dealing with the raid, we're dealing with the dive bombers, the zombies, and anything else that decides it wants to spawn in the general vicinity while we're trying to deal with the raid. So we managed to hold it back. Rincewind was actually being ganged up on in the building, and I just got to the middle of time. Well, that would have been the run over. Zombies that I was fighting previously now trying to chase me and murder me, as is tradition. Made myself a little better watchtower so I could go a bit of sniping. Did a jump shot, jumped down, shot that guy, found the totem, got that bad boy in my head straight away. Not dying. Continued the battle, continued to fight the raids off. Managed to kill most of the bad guys in the area, and after a lot of running around in circles looking for them, we've done it. So we're now on day 9. I've pretty much just jump skipped us after we've done a bit of enchanting and a bit of repairing of our armours, and basically just continued on our way. So we've got a bit better gear between both of us. We're now got a horse each, a boat each, and we are basically having to sail now. We've managed to deal with the raids. I believe I have 2 tokens. I believe Rincewind has 1. So I think we've got 3, I believe, in total. But I'm not 100% sure. Definitely 1 each, 100% sure. But we've got at least 1 each. We're visiting some more villages at this point, and we're at the 12,000 block. We're going to start doing a lot more skips forward now, especially in terms of like time. And again, it's like unless the day changes, there's not really much point in skipping back. But as we were travelling on horseback, it was clear I wasn't moving fast enough because I just kept getting slapped by the night terrors over and over again, which was just decimating my armour. We did see this little buddy though, riding his spider friend for a while, so we stuck around here, but I'm going to be taking a lot of damage just sat here this entire time. Yeah, there we go, another one. Just getting hammered. Really just got to the point where it just wasn't worth it. We thought, let's just get out of here. I'm getting hit too much, my armor durability is going down, my horse is being hit. You can see how many mobs are coming at us. It's less than ideal. I'm just going to try and kite him off, the little zombie spider rider. But I, again, almost dying. Almost going to die. The totem's in my hand, but it's not worth wasting straight right at this second. The totem's more of a parachute, let's call it. If we accidentally die, then we have a totem, but we don't want to intentionally be dying. So we're now at 14,000 blocks. Like I said, we're going to be skipping a lot more now here and there, unless something overly interesting happens, and I just get stuck in the forest. I lose track of Rincewind, and it's just really annoying to try and traverse these forests on a horse. So we've managed to traverse the forest, luckily enough. It's 16,000 blocks, so we've jumped another 2,000 blocks. Now on the open seas again, hoping to find a few monuments, maybe a few temples, anything with a bit of loot in. Nice little view though. Look at this bad boy as we're coming into render distance. Almost 16,500 block. I know it's not much of a skip, but it was a nice little view. As we continue to move forward, we are going to we're just gonna continue sailing away as we do, and as we sail into our almost 17,000 blocks down, we have travelled for hours at this point. Is what you need to realise. Let's say we're at 17,000 blocks almost. Still got my totem, we've got horses. I'm still getting slapped by night terrors over and over, and we're having to traverse these crazy forests. It's less than ideal. So it's between dense forests or sailing the ocean, and then we have to get out every so often because we do find some temples here and there, and the loot in there could be invaluable compared to us rolling around with just iron right now. We've got next to nothing, so we do find a few monuments in the water, which is awesome to dive down and at least just walk, just checking these things out. Ridswind usually finds it before I do, but I like to dive down just to have a quick nosy. We're at day 10, 18,000 blocks travelled at this point. Don't worry about the other accesses too much, to be honest. We weren't really paying attention to the last coordinates, we were just wavering left and right as we went, just to keep on, like we didn't really care. As long as we were making the first number go up, that's our goal. If we get to 50,000, we can sit back, chill out, take a few days before we then attempt 12 to 18 hours still of doing this. So almost at 20,000 blocks now, which is pretty damn impressive. Still only on day 10. We pretty much found yet another village. I get sick of saying that sooner or later. I remember getting sick of saying it when we were playing it. Because lo and behold, over the 20,000 block marker, we found another village as we were sailing. So we're going to port up here and loot the village as we do. Whatever we can find, a bit of trading. That always helps. We can do a bit of trading with the villagers. That'll allow us to get a few more enchanted books potentially. Enchanted books. We can stay alive and make it the whole 50,000 blocks. Fingers crossed. So we've looted the village. We're now sailing away as we did before. We're just going to continue to get as many blocks behind us as we can. Between using the horses and going to the sea, we're just going to keep on moving. And we're just going to sail away. We found another monument below. I'll let Ridswind dive down and grab it while I keep an eye out. And as I keep an eye out, I'll watch her drown, just swim towards him and attempt to kill him. So that was a good watch out there. I don't think I could have done anything better than I already did. Ridswind's managed to find a box, I believe. And just been jumping our boats and get out there. As we were also sailing now at almost 22,000 blocks. Found a shipwreck. This is where I find the treasure chest. Map, actually not treasure chest, if you're too interested in it. I want books I can get from the village. Since we found 1,000 so far. But yeah, we did find a map, so we are going to dive there, I believe. And go look at what's in the treasure box. We'll find it. That would be amazing. Use the map, figure out where we are in relation to where the map is. So we divert up to the trail, because I'm pretty sure even Nomads like a little bit of treasure. So as we are digging away over here, I'm just gonna hopefully find a witch. Forgot about her. She proceeds to start kicking both of our asses, and then we murder her. So that was nice. We've also got monster dive bombing us, so that's just even better. So while we're trying to dig up treasure, these bad boys just keep coming at us. And we've got at least four or five up there now, and it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's less than ideal, especially with how lightly armoured we are, so I can't afford to keep using durability ones, the first barricade gears already gone. Quite annoying. Maybe the set 6. You're looking for our little treasure box while we still can. But at the same time, we're keeping out these bad boys, dive bombers. We're very surprised with treasure, thankfully, but we have to hold where we were for the night because we were having logistical issues and lots of complex. So we can keep pushing. And at 23,000 blocks, guess what we found? One village. Great. Thanks. Love it. Sarcasm aside, we ported up and proceeded to rob the place. Now on land again, with the horses, a nice open stretch of desert, which is a good little run. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long. I'm pretty sure we go back to boats. There's a lot of hop, skipping and jumping between boats, you noticed. And we're almost at our halfway marker. Halfway to halfway. At 25,000 blocks. Pretty bad. Another village. This is like village 7. I remember myself now. And I'm sat here rewatching this whole thing as I'm explaining to you what's going on. But we loot the place. We get heckled by the night terrors. I'm now going to call them. Rincewind builds a tiny pit and then lures a golem into it and chooses which is fine. If you do this, you fall in the hole. He comes, you can't fall in the hole. You hit him, he dies. Rincewind's had a few missteps with golems in the past time. But all decided to do a bit of fishing while we were chilling here. It's raining, it's daytime, as far as I can tell. With my best guess, so we're going to chill here, do a tiny bit of fishing. Not so very difficult though, so we went to this part of the lake, started doing it. The skies have now cleared up a little bit, which is nice. Rincewind's gone up to the cliffside, fighting more iron, but we desperately need at this point. I don't know if you can see the durability of all the stuff very well, but a lot of it's not very good. I should have an enchanted crossbow that was pretty upgraded. That died. I lost it. I might have accidentally put it in the box. And then after I got it was in the dump box and we left. And by the time I realised we were like 2,000 blocks away. And we just after dealing with all that mess, we are now just going to continue sailing. And sailing at night is worse than riding the horse at night without a witness. Because these bad boys just keep moving chunks out of me. He's not able to move fast enough. He's going to dive bombing me over. We're travelling, it's 26,000 blocks. And my army is getting torn to shreds by these monsters. They just keep coming and coming all night, every night. Since I'm at the back, they seem to target me more. Rincewind, like you see Rincewind's not really getting hit very much at all. But me, I'm getting hit all the time. That was awful. So we're back into a forest of 27,000 blocks. Night 13, we've given ourselves 100 days to do this in. And we are halfway at night 13. No thanks to the weather, all thanks to the horses, the boats. If we were still on foot now, we would be halfway. We're at 27,500 blocks. We come across another village. By this point, we don't really need anything. We don't need food. We just need iron. We kill the golem and then start moving our horses away. Almost 30,000 blocks. We haven't had the horses in these biomes yet, so I thought it'd be interesting to show you how they work on ice, because they're pretty quick, not as quick as the boat, but they're pretty damn quick. So after leading the horses from one landmass to another instead of the boats, we're going to now gallop across this giant ice spike biome, which will take us a little while, but it's pretty fun. Pretty damn fun. But bang on 30,000 blocks, we build another monument. If you remember earlier with the last one was at 10,000. We forgot to build one at 20, so we thought we'd build one at 30. We're at this tradition, same style as before. It's going to be upside down hammer. You can call it what you like. I'm going to say it's upside down hammer. Okay, there we are, 30,000. Only 20,000 blocks to go. We've been playing for about 8 hours now. Straight. We literally started first thing in the morning and went all day. And now we're still on night 14 now. We are having some logistical issues with Rinswind's horse. It does not want to stay in the boat, which was rather annoying, but we got it handled pretty quickly. And there's this river sailing with another ice line just over yonder. We are going to use the horses across. They're really quick, especially if you're jumping around. The horses don't have a food bar, so that helps. I don't believe it affects mine, not that I've noticed. I'm just going to gallop through this ice spike biome as quick as possible. It's pretty quick, it's easier to control, not as fast as using a boat, but you can actually control where you go to a degree, well enough to navigate these things. Rinsman's got his boat and his horse, and he's trying to use the boat tactic. As you can see, he's really quick, but I keep catching him up because he crashes, and he has to be weaker when his bearings out again. But it was pretty funny to see. I was half tempted to get mine out, but I'd probably get killed, so we didn't bother. Back on horses, still in the ice pipe biome at 32,000 blocks. Day 15 now, it's just opening up with the sunlight, so we're looking pretty good. Less mobs in the area. Less mobs dive bombing me as well, over and over and over again. So 33,400 blocks, we've had yet another village. No raids seem to be going on here. Don't believe there's even a raid tower nearby. So we're pretty good there. We didn't need much, so we just killed a few things and the lines and got moving. Here I'm getting slaughtered by the night terrors. They're dive bombing me, and part of my arm is already broke. And this is why they're now doing more damage. I'm at serious risk of dying, so we just need to keep running. We're slowly getting pushed to the water where we're going to get the boat back out. We want to keep moving forward. Otherwise we can get killed. Instead we quickly hid under this little cliff. We waited for the night, we held back a few mobs. The night terrors kept dive bombing us, but nothing too interesting worth showing. We're now at 35,000 blocks. We were getting tired by this point, so we did this whole film in one day, and the whole day was like 12 to 18 hours worth of recording. We're now at 35,500 blocks almost. We find a ruined nether portal. That's the one. We don't really find much of this, but for the runs we have, a nice golden chest plate thing there. Snap that up because my arm is getting wrecked, and we can't really afford to make much more. So we'll slowly traverse this canyon. Is at 36,000 blocks. Guess what we found? Another village. Another one. This is like village 10, if not more. I should have really counted them. I just didn't really care that much, in all honesty. We just kept finding villages, and this late on we didn't really need anything. But it was cool to see the layouts and the design. It was just slowly like scudding off of the cliff with my horse. Hopefully don't die, but literally we don't. It's now night time in the village. We're just going to chill here, we put our horses up. Princeman got a smithy out, and we're bought another one. Named his horse Plumbus, after the Plumbus from Rick and Morty. No one knows much about, but this is the Mortonite Towers in the sky. I'm just chilling outside as I let them dive by me and hope to. The general plan here was that if we killed a few of them, there might be less the next day. After killing a few of them, that didn't really change anything. So we wait till all day, just chilled around the village, the night terrors, and then basically just rode off and left the village too. We didn't take much food, didn't really kill any animals, we just waited around, did a bit of cooking, we played our armies, killed some terrors, tried to kill some terrors. They're really hard, it's hard to tell which one we've already hit. Like 5 up there, so they all take turns. You don't always hit them when they come down, and they're just annoying in general, if you get what I mean. They're just so annoying. So we're pretty much just sailing away and riding as far as we can. We're closing in on the 40,000 block mark, and the closer we got, the more relieved we were getting that we were almost there. Not only that, but we could actually take a break and play Minecraft, for like 14 hours straight. It was ruling, and it was getting harder, but at 40,000 we lost track of each other at the sea. I had to pretty much just chill around here, wait for Winston to figure out where I was. And basically did. took us a while, but we did. We got there in the end. Just trying to have a less than awkward moment with my horse, and just stuck and being attacked by night terrors at the same time. So we're rushing to get our horses on the beach and keep moving, because if we stop at night time, the night terrors get a big combo on me. It'll break all my arms out. And another village at 41,000 blocks. We're sick of villagers, but it's good resources. Like I say, there's Golem. We can use the amount of Brian. We usually do. Rinsman's just found a new horse, so he just murdered the last one. He's actually murdered several horses in this playthrough. I've just been hiding them from you. I'm not actually keeping them on the video. And this is how we decided to kill the Golem this time. Put the boy in the boat, and then just stand outside of his attack range. Just proceed to stab him. There we go. Free iron. We desperately need the free iron. As you can see, our armors are pretty much just mishmashers. Whatever we can get our hands on. Rinsman's got a gold helmet, I've got a gold chest plate. If we had the choice, we won. But we did find another tower, and we thought, hey, why not? We need some armor and we need loot, so we're going to go and attack this tower. It shouldn't be too bad. As is tradition, we free the Golem, put him on a lead, and take him with us into glorious battle as we attempt to destroy this tower. And destroying this tower, we most definitely will, because there's loot and treasure and whatever else we can get our hands on up here. Plus, if we can find the flag bearer, and we will find the flag bearer in one of these, or we can get another raid curse, and next village we step into, we can spring another raid and hope to find some more totems. That was our general thinking with this. So the Golem's done some good work. He's managed to kill, I believe he killed 2. I've killed most of them. Rinsman's killed the rest of them. So I'm just going to slowly take the tower like we did with the first one. They're all like spawned in weird places. Not that guy down. See you in a bit, mate. Continue up the tower to destroy whatever we can find. Just going to keep on raiding anything we can find monument wise, because we do need as much treasure as possible. The more the merrier. So as you can see, we've conquered the tower. There's not really too much great in there apart from the arrows. I'm not really that rich, but out of all that, it's all junk. On our travels after leaving the tower, I found some iron in a wall, so I built a little bridge to it, and I went and got it. I'm sure you'll see in a moment. Some nice iron. We continued sailing. We found a semi-above monument that Rinsman went down to investigate, and we are closing in on 50,000. We are so close, I can smell the 50k blocks. It's so good. But we're on night 18 as well. That's the uncanny part about it. But I'm obviously being attacked as I normally am. Whenever I'm in the ocean at night time, it's never a good idea because I'm just always under attack by the night terrors. But we do come across this. A nice little woodland mansion. I'm almost dead though. That's the best idea. So I take shelter under the tree. There's more mobs everywhere, so as I'm trying to defend myself and not die. That would be horrible, literally 7,000 odd blocks away. And I'm still waiting for trying to get to the line of dying, you know what I mean? So after we've sorted a dump chest out, reloaded our gear, checked who's using what, strategized, decided to take on the woodland mansion. It's crazy that we managed to find one of these, especially like if we had no general heading other than increase the number of the first position on the screen. I'm going to break it from the side, and hopefully, and the plan is, yes, Rinsman lost his totem by the way. The night terrors focused on him and popped his totem down. He wasn't paying attention to his food, so he wasn't regenerating. We got him at like, literally dive bombed him like twice, all 5 of them, and just ripped him to shreds. We were just checking out what was in this head, because we were hoping to find some diamond block, or, well, nothing better than diamond block, was it? But unfortunately it was all lapis. Every one of these we checked was full of lapis. So that was kind of unfortunate, but some diamond block would be nice. As we were raiding, there's obviously a lot of mobs in these buildings, and I've never personally really raided one of these before. I know what kind of mobs are in them, because we've already been fighting them. But I've never physically done a woodland mansion, so to find one of these on the run was really impressive. Rinsman's done these kind of things before. You can see this loot box was crap. It was an efficiency 1 leather helmet. That was rubbish. More mobs everywhere. Mobs for days, as you can see, but these aren't even the worst ones. The worst mobs are still yet to come. At this point we're just fighting, yep, axe boys, axe poison creepers everywhere, all up in our shizzle. That's an idea. Just like we can deal with that. Like the creeper was just too close to us to deal with. We managed to clear like half the lower floors of the building by this point, and we're just making our way around, dealing with whatever mobs still come our way. Plenty of axe boys now with some enchanted axes. I was hoping that they were going to drop me a few of them. I believe I get one later. If you haven't also noticed, I have a trident that's got loyalty on it. The downside is it's really broken. And it was like that when I've got it. I'm literally not going to have to throw that break so we can repair it. But we've not had the opportunity to repair it in any way. So we're now going to go and clear the other side of the lower floors out, but there wasn't really anything down there. It was all just wasted time. More axe boys on the stairs, and we take the grand staircase up. We're trying to clear the second floor out with Rincewind. So far so good, we've managed to deal a decent amount of damage to what's in here. We've cleared the first floor. There's not really been much loot there. The only problem we found like next to no loot. This whole thing has been a flux of axes, lots of iron axes, which is great. We can make iron nuggets for them, and then use the iron nuggets to make iron bars, and then use the iron bars. There's a clear zombie infestation here, and this is probably like the first piece of loot box I actually find in the whole place. And the best thing it has is diamond hose. So we got ourselves a 2 diamond hose, and this is where things get really interesting. This is where we find all the mobs. And so you wonder where all the mobs was? We were in this little room here. There's loads of them, loads of axe boys, and there's even magic boys as well, as you can see. And he decided to summon his little monsters, so I'm just trying to push without letting them all out, because there's no chance we can deal with that many. We're just trying to slowly thin them out, but as I was going to try and use the loyalty, but I thought it would break it, so I just pop a few arrows through there. We decided to just volley the hole for a little while, see what we can see if we can pop any off. And I do seem to be popping a few off. Friendly fire's off, by the way, so I ain't really going to worry about hitting Rincewind. And that's when this guy summons these. Now this is where things become a problem. These hurt. These are really strong. Our armor can't stand these very easily, and unfortunately, as I continue to push, I heard Rincewind needing help, and then I turn around and I'm getting clapped as well. And we decided to tactically fall back. We were so close to dying. Rincewind didn't have a totem. I was doing my best. Now they were focused on me, then they were focusing on him. Little things are so hard to hit. I tried my best to fight back. You can tell I'm getting hit. I'm phasing through the walls, and my totem's just been popped. This is where like, things get really scary for us. We're definitely trying to retreat out of here and avoid these things. By this point we're on full retreat, trying to get out of there. For some reason we blocked that entrance up. I'm not too sure why we did that. It's fine. These things chased me for ages through this room. You can see they're still hitting me now. I was just trying to get away. I've lost track of Rincewind. We're both in full panic mode at this point. Like no health, no tokens left. Everything had just gone pop. Trying to attack this woodland mansion for loot that we weren't even getting. But after regathering ourselves and meeting up with each other, we decided to push back in. There was a few mobs on the house between us that causing more problems. We decided to go in the same way we went in originally, since we knew the layout, and we'd just go back to the staircase from this direction. Just murdering a load of mobs in the way. Zombies, villagers, creepers, you name it, they're always a mob. We're going to continue, and now we're back at the hole. The great hole. All the mobs. So this time the plan was to try and blitz if we could. To try and volley arrows, Rincewind, hit them at the windows to draw them in. Hopefully we could tank a few hits, but unfortunately as soon as we did start firing some shots off, they got really hyped up, and there must be at least 2 of those guys in there from what we thought. And we just keep firing. The axeman just keeps spawning. I don't know what's actually even going on in that place. But again, the mobs, little fairy mobs, start chasing us again and hitting us, attacking Rincewind. We thought we were safe and decided to stop for a few seconds. I've looked around and lo and behold, nope, still there, so we have to get out. Just have to keep moving. And again, they chased us far. I got hit a couple of times trying to get away. I was panicking again. I do not want to die. Please don't want to die. look at my health now, I'm just getting absolutely wrecked by these things. So our armour doesn't stand up very well whatsoever to them, and they're just absolutely obliterating us. I've got plenty of food, but food doesn't really keep me alive. It just sustains my life. It's really ultimately contribute to my health other than the way it already does. So I'm just trying to gather my bearings and figure out what the hell to do next. And we decide to go for round 3. We know that there's an invoker in there. He's got at least one totem, but so's the little monsters, and they're back. We try and deal with them as quick as we can. While they're out of range, we're hoping he doesn't build any more. And luckily for us, we found a gapple. So the plan was that we were going to open the hole, and I was going to charge on in there, using the gapple to tank my health, and hopefully deal with the guys summoning the little fairies that are devastatingly destroying us. That's the main problem. And again, we're just getting absolutely hammered by all these mobs. I've just taken my golden apple, Rincewind's opened the door, I charge on there to deal with this guy, grab his totem and clear out any of his other friends that are still left in here. Luckily for us, we did a pretty good job of killing most of them that were already in here. There was loads, so many. I know I at least killed about 5 in the first battle just fine, and my bow Rincewin killed several as well. So there was a lot of mobs. But we managed to clear it. We got an extra totem for our troubles. It was well worth the raid, even though we lost pretty much both our totems trying to get 2 new totems, or 1 new totem so far. Continue exploring the place, see what kind of loot we can find. There was actually another invoker while we came in here. An invoker behind the bookshelves, and Rincewin managed to get him. So now, or we will shortly have a second totem. I don't think anyone actually realised that he was in here. We just thought, oh, I'll chop the books down, not realising that there was actually a dude. So after raiding the mansion, we are out of there. I have totemed for myself. I believe I gave Rincewin another one. Can't remember if I gave it to him yet, but I definitely did give him another one. So we're just coming. We're still in night technically, but we are coming in daytime. Even though I've tagged this section of night 20. But we are well on track. We are almost 6,000 blocks away from completing our goal. Even with the night terror still dive bombing me. What annoying that is. So annoying. We're back to, even though you just saw us transition onto the land, there was nothing interesting going on there. So we basically just skipped forward again at the new landmass. Not new landmass, new ocean monument temple, whatever you want to call it. And we decided to check it out. There was nothing interesting as usual. We're getting really bad luck now. And we're now back on land. And again at 47,000 blocks. Found another village to our side. We'll check that out and see what they've got. Mainly trading. We didn't really go to them, but unfortunately we're going across the snowy stuff. Hate this snowy stuff. Especially if you fall into it. I've died that many times for this. Too many to really even count. It's just depressing even thinking about it. And we're still going. We hit the village. We did a few bits and bobs. Yeah, nothing really too interesting to be honest. And we're now struggling to get through a giant birch forest. A lot of forests recently. I've skipped a lot of it out for you guys, but I physically have to play it. And I can tell you, oh, quite a nice lake there, which was good. We have to do a bit of tree hopping, like jumping across trees with the horses, which was pretty fun. Still night time though, so as is tradition with night time, night terrors everywhere trying to murder me. As Rincewin was trying to search that giant nether portal monument, that's the word I need. So we're going to continue on. We are literally the last 100 blocks off the first half of this challenge, and I almost fall into a giant pit of death. Short to the left. Quite a few cabins here. That would have been a good way to end the video. Hey guys, we got 4,995 blocks before I died. I'm getting stuck in the trees. This has just been ongoing for most of the day, especially since we got the horses. It became annoying. As we approached our 50,000 block marker, as you can see in the distance, it is a tower, and that is actually the direction we need to go to continue. But luckily for us, we don't have to do any of that right now, because we've made it. This is pretty much where we needed to get to for this video. It is day 22 of the Minecraft Nomad hardcore one life Super Saiyan survival series, and now we get to build. First time ever we actually, on this seed, we actually get to build something. We're gonna build some little holiday homes for ourselves, and we'll probably chill here for a few days, since we clearly are going to be able to do this in 100 days. We're going to use the first 50,000 block marker to set up, so pretty much where we are going to right now. The next time I see you, we'll be starting the next adventure. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff that YouTube has asked you to do. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching as always. Bye bye.